And welcome, everybody. It is yet another Wednesday, and we are back with the Greg Cherry Show. I am, of course, the longest reigning Wrestling Trivia Challenge champion in history, Greg Cherry, alongside the only man to hold that championship 4 times. Good old JM, the West Coast professor. Insert nickname here, Jeff Newsom. Jeff, how you
That's
doing?
it. Yeah, every nickname applies, but greatest trivia mind of our time, because that was taken from me by force. So there you go. It is great to be back. I'm not gonna lie, it's good to be sober on a Wednesday. That's always good. Because last week's recording, not so much. And if you didn't see my live stream before we went on the air today, I apologize to y'all for the delay in Meech's musings going out tonight. I don't know when I'm going to get the file back. Adam's cutting it himself now. God bless Adam Contras. My goodness. I need super chat us. I need better equipment. Christ. Anyway, carry on.
I mean, I could find the super chat link because, or at least the Streamlabs link. I don't know if I have
right,
it.
because we're on my channel, so we can Streamlab. You guys can super chat me for real on my own shit, so that's good. So,
I guess we're not on the NoDQ channel. Okay, cool.
No, we're on my channel, so you can super chat, so it's all good.
Oh, there you go. So we can split that if you guys so decide.
I would love that, yes.
But thank you guys for joining us on the channel today. We do have quite a bit to talk about.
We do.
And let's get right into it. We actually have 4 segments today, which is different for us because it's normally 3. But,
Uncle Jay's up early with us. Look at that.
Oh, what's up, JJ? All right, so we got wrestling trivia discussion. We are going to talk about the Wrestling Trivia Challenge tournament that is currently going on. There have been 5 matches that have aired as of right now. The 6th one goes up tomorrow, and we will get into that as we go along. We will be doing our Elimination Chamber predictions. So that will be exciting as well. Weird Law Wednesday again, New Hampshire edition.
Not so exciting.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of laws to go over, but it's still happening.
They're pretty freaking white bread up there, so yeah.
Yeah. And of course the Wednesday Q&A. So we got wrestling trivia discussion. I feel like I'll ask you because I mean you were in the opening match of the tournament and yes. Unfortunately were defeated by Chris Cass. Now that you're getting to sit back and relax as this tournament unfolds, right. What's your opinion of the matches so far?
I've said it every week. I am so glad I'm the freaking post game host because I can sit back and giggle and just like watch. And what's so funny is every week for the 4 reigns I was champion, for the 4 years we've been doing this almost, I always get them right when I'm watching at home. Same shit, man. Same exact. Like I'm rattling them off. Like the last half of last week's show, if I had been in the room, I'd have owned it, man. Damn it. So, but it's fun for me, and it's very much like watching Jeopardy with my dad because I'll sit there and I'll get one off on him, and he'll give me a look like the hell. So it's just so great to play along at home. And it's safer to play along at home because I don't have to worry about having a mild stroke if I get one wrong or something. So I'm enjoying it. I'm very glad to be a part of it. I'm not looking forward to a few weeks from now when I have to come up with the dreaded 22 questions, but it's all good. Better 22 than 222. I'm okay with that. So
yes, exactly. I've been excited about every match so far. Recording them has been a bunch of fun. All the first round matches are canned, yes. And one of the second round matches is also canned. I did that this past Monday. I should have another one coming up this Monday. Adam Blampier's second round match should be coming up. Recording this coming Monday. It probably won't air until March 18th. That one,
right?
If my timeline is correct.
So, question: the one that is canned, can you reveal it without spoiling or no?
I can tell you it's Chris Cass against Paul Mead.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, that one was a good one.
Yeah.
So
that'll be a fun post game for me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So tomorrow on the Wrestling Trivia Challenge, we have Matthew Rosa against Ruben Garcia, and I'm telling you what. Matt Rosa has been dominating combat wrestling trivia for over a year now. as its champion. And we all know what Ruben can do. If you watched last season,
Jesus,
go back to see a match where Ruben faces yours truly and nearly stops this a few weeks shy of 1,000.
Yeah, I mean, no joke. There were 4 people in that room: Greg defending, Ruben challenging, me hosting, and Mikey in the green room keeping score because, as we know, Jeff can't count. Buy the shirt. The severity of the fact that I say we could have had enough manure in our collective drawers to fill up a farm over that match. Yeah, it was touch and go for everybody there for a while. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Scary shit, kids.
And it will continue tomorrow. Just watch and see what is really probably the biggest battle of the first round. I know we had the triple threat with the champions in the opening match, but this is a battle that must be seen to be believed.
This is probably the biggest one since the opening match, and I say it every week because I'm the host and that's what I got to do. But like, seriously, this match. I mean, you got Ruben, who, we didn't see Ruben coming. No. Because, we had the whole, we kept having to try to get him on the show, and it just kept becoming a thing. And, all of a sudden, there he was giving us all, palpitations the whole freaking day. So, and again, Matt's not to be trifled with either. Let's not kid ourselves. Yep. So, it's just one of those things. It's going to be a hell of a show for sure. And either way, whatever happens tomorrow, I'm looking forward to getting on the air with you and talking about it, because it's always so fun to get on there during the post game and have you like kind of coming down off the high, right? and watching you breathe and doing that. So that'll be on my network as well as here on the Greg Cherry brand. Actually, we're on both anyway right now. It'll be on both channels tomorrow for the post game, but the match will be exclusively on the Greg Cherry brand, as it is each and every week.
Yes, and it was put that way just because we tried to do the simulcast, and for whatever reason, it was just a cluster. I don't
complete.
You know what? We're not on Riff channel. It was a clusterfuck. So
yeah, right. Although we are on mine, so the F word's got to be to a minimal at least.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. We got one. We're good.
Yeah. Now that you're monetized, it's okay.
Yeah, I know.
My bad. Sorry.
I sold out. I'm sorry.
It was a cluster roar.
Yeah, that's it. Cluster fudge. Ooh, that's good.
And anyway. To think, like, after this week, we still have 2 more first round matches to go. We still have Scott Gata and the dude Andrew Hayes. And the dude's a former CWT champion as well. Yeah. And we got Louis Dangor from Wrestle Talk against Colin Andrew. Imagine that.
I get to sit in during the Colin match. That was fun to watch too. So
yes, you did, because you got to keep score and everything.
Yep.
Because for whatever reason I couldn't.
I forget what the situation was. Yeah,
I don't remember. Either way, yeah, that one you actually know the result of. So, but obviously no spoilers, because you guys will see that match here in a couple weeks.
Right.
In that same vein, talking about wrestling trivia, because we talked about WTC, how the second round is starting to get stacked, rather, not sacked. That's what happens to quarterbacks. It was brought to my attention yesterday that the WWE show The Bump is hosting their own trivia competition.
Yeah.
And they are asking for entrants on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You best believe. Here's the funny thing. Friday night, without any knowledge of this possibly happening,
right?
I left my phone in the other room. I wish I had it in front of me, but I said something to the effect of, I will search out any wrestling trivia competition that I can possibly find. I will find it and I will win it.
Exactly.
Is it coincidence? Is it timing? Is it like something coming into the light that less than a week later WWE announces a trivia competition?
Yeah, and what's really great, and I'll let you reveal what the prize is, but if anything WWE's ever done was not like, okay, this should be called the Greg Cherry contest, I don't know what is.
So the winner of the contest gets 2 live event tickets for a future live event, when fans are able to be in attendance, and also a signed championship belt by the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
If you added Sasha Banks' signature to the other half, you might as well call it the Greg Cherry tournament.
Exactly. That's that like, seriously, we did this off air. If 5 years ago I'd have been nipping your heels to try to go get this just because I'm a competitive asshole, but like, I've been schooled enough, and it's a Shawn Michaels prize, dude. Please go get it and win that shit.
They have to accept my entry, which I hope they do.
Right, that's the thing.
I have to figure out the perfect way, because let's face it, if there is one thing in this world that I believe I am better at than anybody else, it's this.
Yes.
And you have to know, when they're asking trivia questions, there's not going to be any AEW. There's not going to be any New Japan, which makes me happy.
Right. So, study your WCW, brother.
Yeah, and ECW. That one might trip me up.
Right.
But if it's like strictly WWE stuff,
yeah,
just give me the title now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, please. Yeah, just mail it in, and we'll call it a day. Yeah.
Exactly.
Tremendous.
So after the Greg Cherry show is done for today, I am going to be recording that video. I'm going to be sending it into the bump. You best believe. I truly believe in my heart of hearts that this is my competition to win, as long as they select me. I don't know what their requirements are, but I'm really, really hoping that it's like right in my wheelhouse, that they're just like, hey, this guy knows his stuff. I don't know what I have to bring up during my promo. I'm going to think about it for a little bit before I record, but.
And also keep in mind, as you go along today, that we do have a tremendous match to watch for tomorrow's show.
Yes.
I'm just going to leave it there for a second and talk about JJ's comment, because that's the hot take, and he's so right. Bastards. Anyway.
Hey, but listen, if they have a bigger platform and they're going to put me on it, what do I care?
Right, yeah. And you know what? To be fair, Corey's show's pretty good, so it's okay.
It is.
And then this tournament, our tournament's getting better each week, and Colin says he can't wait for the final. It's just getting better and better, and when you have stuff like this that we watch in our freaking off time, pretty much, I mean, really, Brett versus Owen at WrestleMania, it's a fun time to be on the Greg Cherry Brand Championship Network, kids.
It really is, and it's going to ramp up here. The fact that I haven't even recorded the second round matches, like all of them yet,
right,
is just indicative of how intense this is going to be. And I still need to get a hold of the one side of the bracket,
right,
for their match scheduling.
Yes.
Which I won't spoil, because I think I did that the other day as far as who won. I was like, damn it, I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah. By the way, I'm adding a 5th banner to our schedule today. Yeah. First time ever unboxing from Jeff Meacham on somebody's show besides his.
Oh, it came in. Cool.
It's in my lap right now.
There you go.
And if you know, you know, kids. I'm going to talk about it all freaking week. So.
All right. So we move on from wrestling trivia, not too much of a detour, to the predictions of the Elimination Chamber. Now, I know you have the card pulled up. So
I do indeed. I'm going to give the reins, the Roman reins, to you, as it were, and let you rattle off the matches, and we'll throw in our predictions for the show. Yes, off to the reigning host of the post-game show. Anyway, so on the SmackDown side, you've got the Elimination Chamber: Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, So basically, the Indie Darling steroid match plus King Corbin and the Uso against, and the winner of that will immediately have to face Roman Reigns for the championship.
I figured it was going to be Reigns isn't going to wait for the Chamber winner.
No way.
Like it's basically an easy title retention for Roman.
Right, which leads me to believe it's either going to be Kevin, because they've already thrown him this lamb slaughter more than once already, so why change it up now? I don't think they'll put Bryan or Cesaro in that slot, because I think they're going somewhere with this, because they've had them on Talking Smack and they've really been all up in that. So my guess is they're going to either feed Jay to Roman again, because Jay just takes a Roman ass whooping like nobody else, or maybe we'll get a heel versus, or maybe we'll get Sammy and King Corbin, get fed the line, because Sami Zayn hasn't got his ass kicked really well recently, so why not? Yeah. And Corbin could always stand to get a little humble pie, because you and I both love Baron Corbin. We're just not fans really of King Corbin. It's it's kind of a so.
In due time, he's gonna have to drop the King gimmick. Just because, Corbin, you won King of the Ring in 2019. It's 2021.
Right. And we get 2021's like a reset year, because 2020 was what it was. But dude, grow the hair back out.
No, don't grow the hair back out. The hair looked terrible. He's fine, Bolt. You know what? I'm gonna throw it out there. 2021, Corbin's turning babyface.
Oh my God! Hot take. There we go. There it is.
Hot take right there.
There it is.
He's been a heel since he came to the main roster 5 years ago. He has not been a babyface once.
No, and he really
they're gonna switch it up.
And he really wasn't when he was in NXT. He was just kind of like the Lone Wolf was so appealing that people didn't want to boo him.
Yeah.
Seriously, I've said this so many times. Dylan transferred his Kofi's my favorite status to Baron Corbin's my favorite.
Yeah.
Just on presentation alone. And he was not even 10 yet. He did that in his head, in his kid head. So, and then when Corbin became what he's become, it's geez. So, cheap plug for Cleaver, by the way. Let's go and throw it out there. Review for NXT TakeOver Vengeance, which was a tremendous show. I did a live watch along. That was a fun show. So, this guy experience. If you're on my channel, you should be able to super chat. If you're on Greg's, you can't. So
I'm not monetized yet because I don't have enough hours watched. I have the subscribers. Thanks, Adam.
Yeah.
I have the subscribers. I just need the time watched.
Yeah, guys. It took me the entire 2020 to build that audience up where I got monetized on January 1st. So, yeah, it's going to take a minute, because Greg doesn't have the same amount of content I have going out every single freaking day. So you have to encourage your friends out there to watch the Greg Cherry Show, to watch Wrestling Trivia Challenge and the post game. And I think we should start simulcasting Rewind on your channel, just so we can get you the rub, brother. So
if we want to do that, that's fine. If you can figure out how to simulcast Rewind without me being actually in the, because I think that was the problem. The one time I did the StreamYard thing by myself, it went off without a hitch.
Right.
But when we were both trying to do it, it was a giant cluster, and I don't understand why.
Right. You literally just missed it, Mikey. Yes. And Greg is going for it, and we are going to support him and whoop that ass. So anyway. So yeah. As far as the chamber, I gotta believe it's gonna be Sammy or Corbin winning the chamber, because it really is a throwaway. It really is. So, which is such. Let me just saddle off here to the weeds for a minute. The Elimination Chamber match on the pay-per-view, one of two, is a throwaway match. What the hell is that kind of booking?
All right. Now, I believe we have to make 2 picks for each chamber match, so I'm going to lock you down to 2 official picks for
Corbin and Sammy.
Corbin and Sammy in that order?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like a babyface has to win this to be like, oh, come on, he just won the chamber. Reigns kind of cheated him out of it. So I'm going to go Cesaro Bryan.
Wow. Okay. You know what? Again, JJ, I know, especially Mikey, it's a personal thing. I'm so sick and goddamn tired of Cesaro and Bryan being like there and then they're not there. It just irritates to live in. It gets me all red ass more than my red face.
But here's my problem. I feel like it's going to be a throwaway because I feel like Edge is challenging Roman.
Right, which is the plan that I've been told.
Unless something weird happens on the Raw side.
Yeah, which I'm honestly okay with Edge challenging either champion. Either way, it's going to be a good match. But the key to all of it is we've all been hanging our hat on Rocky getting here. And he's not, dude, John's not even leaving Vancouver to come in for Mania. This would be the first time John's... What?
As far as we know. He could be fabing us. He could be completely kayfabing.
If it wasn't for the fact that he's working on that Peacemaker series and he'd have to be gone for like a month of filming, I would agree with you. But dude's got to work and get paid, brother. So this pandemic is screwing everything up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because figure, he's in Canada. They have like a 3-day thing because their medical system is so much better than ours because it's Canada. But if he comes here, he's stuck here for 3 weeks minimum.
Yeah.
So yeah, he totally screws his entire production schedule up. One guy, and he's the guy on the show. So if he's gone, the show's gone. So yeah, he's not coming. Dwayne is doing like 20 things because it's Dwayne. So he's not going to come in. So they can't have him challenge Roman, which they've been hoping for. And they can't keep Roman on this track for a whole other year. That ain't going to fly.
You never know. I mean, he basically looks unstoppable. He beat Drew at Survivor Series
pretty handily. I get that, but my whole thing is just like there's so few. I mean, unless they can talk Brock to shave that redonkulous beard off and come out of Canada and leave his kids, who's going to stop him? And who is left to have him steamroll over for another 12 months?
Yeah. I really don't know the answer to that.
They have put themselves into a nasty corner. Anyway, either way, whoever wins the chamber is getting their ass whooped, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Lashley, Keith Lee, and Riddle for the U.S. title. Everybody knows my feelings about Matt Riddle, or Riddle, whatever the hell. You know. Wish I was Rob 2.0. They gotta throw Keith Lee a freaking bone. Dude, he was elevated. And he had a great thing with Drew going, and then they just cut it off at the knees, man.
Now, there is a rumor that Keith Lee might not even be a part of the card on Sunday. So I feel like I can't imagine them taking the title off of Lashley yet, unless Lashley is going to be the person to face Drew at WrestleMania. But we've already seen Drew and Lashley in the last year. I wouldn't complain. Don't get me wrong.
No,
I would love
either.
to see Lashley in a championship match at WrestleMania. I'm not saying that. I just feel like I feel like Lashley keeps the title here.
Yeah. I will say this. If Keith Lee's not there, they're going to make it the Piss Jeff Meacham off match and give the title to Riddle because Vince has such a hard-on for Riddle. It's so ridiculous. And he's the only one, for the record. He's the only one in the office, but because it's Vince, it is what it is. So yeah, if Keith Lee does not, either way, the title's switching.
Yeah.
Keith Lee's my pick if he's there. Riddle is if he's not. So.
Okay. I wonder if we have to specify that. I'm saying Lashley either way.
Okay. Well, yeah. If you're Lashley your way, then you're good to go. So.
Yeah.
So Noah Foster, if you're watching, I just said what I said. Okay. All right. Now here's my issue here with this the women's championship match off for Raw. It's still booked on the card, even though the challenger is allegedly pregnant for real. If she's pregnant for real, and they do you want to talk about this in chat, first the first pregnant champion of a legitimate like competitive championship, not the 24/7 garbage that Maria had, whatever. And to be fair, I'm sorry, that's mean. It's not garbage. That title is freaking amazing. So,
I was gonna say that the 24/7 title counts.
It does. It's just
okay. Let me get on my high horse for a second.
Okay, here we go.
The 24/7 championship,
right?
As much as it's not taking as seriously as a WWE or Intercontinental or United States Championship. Right. It's basically the hardcore title of the Attitude of like this generation.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's not meant to be like this uber competitive thing. It's very much strategic and hey, right. you take advantage of a situation. That being said, I love the 24/7 championship. I have since it debuted. I am still on board with it. Bad Bunny's the 24/7 champion. That gives more publicity to WWE. Listen, from a business standpoint, it is a brilliant move to have the 24/7 championship on somebody who doesn't work for the company. Oh, yeah. I love it. For anybody complaining, oh, the 24/7 championship jumped the shark like a year ago. It's like, shut up, guys. It's supposed to be a goofy and entertaining championship. It changed hands in the Women's Royal Rumble, for crying out loud.
That was true. That was great.
And it was just fun. It was just a lot of fun. It still was a lot of fun. And you guys need to get over yourselves.
See, people...
just like the greatest Royal Rumble counts for stats. And I will die on that hill that the greatest Royal Rumble counts as a Royal Rumble match. It happened. Yes, it was in Saudi Arabia, but it aired on the network. 50-man competed. They still use the stats in the Rumble video they do every year. It counted. So there. Boom.
Okay. Two things, and then we'll move on. You haven't died on that hill. You beat that horse to shit on that hill, for the record. Saying.
Hey, I counted it for my Rumble countdown for the best of all time. Yeah, I counted the greatest Royal Rumble. I counted all the TV Rumbles.
I know you did. I know. I saw it. Number two, the 24/7 championship is shit on because it's not the hardcore title. And that's really what it comes down to. Because the Attitude Era fans, they can't do the hardcore matches, you guys. They can't have those, cookie sheet shots and chair shots and people fighting in the damn Mississippi River. That's not safe.
I mean, the Mississippi River one would probably be the most doable out of the three of those.
Yeah, Mississippi River Slime. Long Island Sound? No. So, ask Edge. But I honestly feel that it's so funny you mentioned the whole, anything can happen. I had a legitimate plan. I think I told you this before in private. I one of my best friends in the world at the time of WrestleMania 2000 was a soccer referee for AYSO out here. I had a plan. He was going to wear his soccer shirt, referee shirt, under his T-shirt at WrestleMania 2000. We were going to go to Access, find Crash Holly after the show was over, make it happen, and run like hell.
Too bad Hardcore won the match.
Which is why I didn't go through with it.
Yeah. Don't do it with Bob Holly. No, don't mess with Bob Holly. That just seems like a bad day for everybody involved.
Bob Holly would have beat me so bad. He would have left my ass in Anaheim and my head in Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah,
it would have been ugly. Crash, we had Crash on the show. Mike's good people. Anyway, so he was. God bless him. So Lacey and Asuka, if it does go down, and they actually have some sort of it's such a bad thing because how I am about the women's divisions and on all the brands. Having Asuka lose strictly because Lacey's in the storyline with Charlotte and Rick, makes Asuka look like complete. Like, why did we bother doing this for a year with her? Why?
You almost got a feel for Asuka at this point because it seems like the Charlotte Lacey storyline has superseded the women's championship.
Yeah, and the thing is, Asuka's reign didn't start off very well. She basically got handed it because somebody else got pregnant, and then she had the whole thing with Sasha and Bailey, where that was a train wreck. Then Sasha got
won the title by countout.
Yeah, which is God, I've sung the praises of your girl all year. That was shitty.
But you know what? Storyline standpoint, it was brilliant on Bailey's part because Sasha could win the title by any means. So
right. But it's again the burden and the gift of hindsight. And now Asuka's in a situation where she has a pregnant challenger, and the storyline isn't even hers to, she's kind of like, oh, okay, I'm here. Hi. So
well, here's my question. Here's my question. If Lacey Evans is legit pregnant and they still have this match scheduled,
right?
Do they replace Lacey with somebody else, like a Peyton Royce or Charlotte or somebody else on the Raw roster, just kind of like throwing it out there?
Right.
Or do they actually do something incredibly ballsy?
Yeah.
Let Lacey hit the women's right on Asuka and pin her and hold the women's championship for a year without actually ever getting in the ring.
I was say, yeah, because if she wins the title, she basically holds it in the bands.
Yeah.
Because like Pearce can come out there, well, you can't compete, and she's like, I won the damn thing, didn't I? If Lacey can walk out there every Monday night and knock somebody out and keep walking out the title, who's going to stop her? I'm not stopping that right hand. She'll knock my friggin' head off. She's got Marine training.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm messing with her, and plus pregnancy hormones, I ain't messing with her at all. Good, no way am I messing with her. Crazy. So they might do it, Greg. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. AJ
makes a good point in the chat room, though.
I want to hold off on predicting this particular thing until like after SmackDown on Friday.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they'll make an announcement of some kind regarding this match. If they don't, I feel like this match is going to get thrown out of predictions because unless somehow they still go through with it. Let me put it this way. If she is pregnant and they still go through with it, Lacey becomes the new champion. Period. End. Like it's got to happen.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to go through the match and have Lacey lay down. Like, I feel like Flair is going to cheat his ass off to get Lacey the title and keep it away from everybody, which, let's face it, still sadly better than Asuka's been booked in the last year.
And, okay.
Which sucks because her matches with Sasha, the SummerSlam match especially, holy crap, was that good.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah. Before I get to JJ's comment, because I do want to address it, because it's a really good comment and I have a lot to talk about with it.
Yeah.
I need to address the elephant in the room here. They need to figure out how to retcon Ric Flair's 2008 Hall of Fame speech. Because in that speech, if you were there like I was after Dwayne was done for talking for 6 hours, Ric Flair mentioned Wahoo McDaniel in his speech because Wahoo was his mentor.
Yeah.
And he talked about Wahoo having a vasectomy and then fighting the same night. And he didn't know what that meant until he had his own vasectomy in the 80s. Maybe, early 90s, because Reed was younger than that. Can't do that. Anyway,
I don't think
WTV,
thought that through.
They clearly didn't think that through because I'm anal and crazy and hardcore fan. So there you go. Wouldn't it be something if the circle completed itself and Becky Lynch popped up on Sunday?
Here's my problem. You're going to throw away a Becky Lynch return not in front of a crowd?
I understand that, but
if you're going to do that, the Rumble would have made more sense.
Right, but
don't do it Sunday. Okay. Don't do it Sunday. Save it. I'll say this. Either WrestleMania or the Raw after Mania. Do not do it before then.
All right.
Here's my
counter to that. I've said this a few times to different people. When does the save it for a crowd stop being a thing? Because we only have one show right now scheduled for a crowd, and that's Mania. Yeah. Like, we can't bring CM Punk, Becky Lynch, The Rock, Brock Lesnar, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, the Ghost of Dusty Rhodes into one show. Okay? We just can't do that.
I mean, it's over 2 days, so maybe they could.
Shut the hell up. Dick. But what I'm saying is...
Great champion, 2021. No,
shut up. So, anyway... I hate you. I really do. Anyway, I don't think this Lacey thing was, obviously it wasn't on the radar because they threw it at the freaking wall Monday night, really. It made it stick. So I understand you don't want to waste Becky on a non-crowd in the freaking throwaway pay-per-view because obviously the show's throwaway anyway because they're having the freaking Chamber SmackDown guy face the Chamber right away. So the whole show is basically a complete throwaway at this point. It really is. But if you throw a Becky Lynch on there and make the crowd at home go, holy shit, they did it. We didn't think they'd do it. And here's the thing. Seth's been posting a lot more of Becky at home. Like, he haven't done that recently. All of a sudden, this picture pops up of her with the kid and the puppy, and like, it's all, everything's here what I want, and it's like, yeah, but you're back at work, Seth, so you're not there with them. Why would you bring it up that you have to be away from them if you're not trying to, throw us a freaking spoiler curve? I'm just saying it could happen. I don't think it will. I think you're going to go. I think you're going with the whole Lacey knocks her out, women's right, and she's a pregnant champion thing. But I would love it if that freaking Becky Lynch music hit, crowd or not. And then there's the Raw Chamber, which is actually going to be something decent. Thank God for the Raw Chamber. Drew, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Kofi Kingston. And this is like the all-star match of the night because everybody in there has been a WWE champion at least once. Mm-hmm. More than once, actually. Kofi's only been once. Yeah. And I was there for the end of that. And but everybody in there, besides Kofi's been a two-time champion at the minimum. And they've all been in the chamber at least once, I believe. Yeah. So it's this should be the main event. And I know Roman's the head of the table. No, they're not going to have a freaking chamber and then Roman, stomp over somebody in 3 minutes and that's it. That'll be a shitty end to a pay-per-view. It's got to be the Raw Chamber. And I don't see any reason why Drew shouldn't walk out as the WWE champion. He's been the guy all year. They had a little thing with Randy, I still say they should have Randy keep it until after Survivor Series. That way Roman could just obliterate Randy and Drew wouldn't look so obliterated. So Drew's got to look. I got to keep the guy strong. It's so cliche, but he's going into WrestleMania. He's been champion since last WrestleMania, except for a couple of weeks. He's got to walk into Raymond James like he should have last year and rule that ass, whoever he faces. So he should not lose here Sunday, and he won't, I don't think.
All right. Well, you predicted Drew's your first pick, but you have to have a second pick. So if in the event Drew does lose the championship, which one of them does he lose it to?
God, this is going to sound really like, why am I even putting this out there in the universe for it to happen? Sheamus, only so Drew can get his moment winning the title back at WrestleMania in the stadium.
Okay. I will agree with you on Drew. I picked Drew McIntyre to win the chamber.
Okay.
My second
pick. Great. JJ, Miz isn't in there. He took himself out of the match Monday night. That's why Kofi's in there now.
Yeah, Kofi's in there now.
Anyway.
I mean, he does bring up a good point that Miz could cash in the briefcase after the chamber, which would be smart.
Right. Now, but then you have a Drew Miz main event at WrestleMania, which I love. Michael Zayn, we all know that, but
or you have an Edge Miz main event at WrestleMania. We still don't know who Edge is challenging for.
This is also true. I didn't think about that. You're right.
Yes. I am going to say Drew retains.
Okay.
I'm going to say no cash in.
Okay.
But if I have to pick somebody in that chamber to win the WWE Championship and go to WrestleMania as champion.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I have to pick AJ. Because, and I want to bring it back to the 2020 Royal Rumble for a second, because AJ versus Edge, I think is what they were building towards last year. But then AJ got hurt and then ended up having a great match with The Undertaker. So that is what it is.
Right. Who also got hurt.
Yeah. But if they do run that back a little bit, Edge versus AJ for the WWE Championship or WrestleMania, I'm here for it. And then you put Drew and Sheamus in a match against each other with no title on the line.
Just
so they can just beat the crap out of each other, have it be like a Belfast brawl or something like that.
Right. Although Belfast Brawls and Mania, not my favorite thing.
You didn't like Finley and JBL?
They had that follow Money in the Bank. Like, who booked that lineup? Like, wow.
I don't know why I thought that match kicked off the show. I thought the Belfast Brawl was before.
Oh, maybe it did. Maybe it did. Either way, why is that one of the first two matches? Like, either you have Money in the Bank and you cool off with that hot garbage, or you start off that hot garbage. And a storyline that was oh god, stop me now. God.
But we did finish.
One of the two bad things about that Mania. Oh my god. Anyway.
And Mike Insola says, "Don't forget about Fastlane next month." Yeah, why? I don't understand why there needs to be 2 pay-per-views between the Rumble and Mania. Don't do that. It's like, have the Elimination Chamber, have a 6-week build, 7-week build, whatever it is for WrestleMania. Make it a spectacular show. Make it a spectacular build. That's what everybody gets excited for, especially if they're going to be fans back for it. Have that long build.
Yeah, I had my freaking topic thing Monday night, Monday afternoon, whatever it was. There are too many damn pay-per-views. We've been saying it forever. It shouldn't be more than 4. At the most, it should be 6.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I don't mind watching all the pay-per-views. I really don't.
Yeah.
But make them mean something. Like, make them important.
Well, the thing is, and you and I have gone over this, because you and I have been fans long enough to know the difference at this point. You've been a fan less time than I have, but still. The attention span of the network era fan is about the same as your average Doug the dog from Up. Squirrel. They don't focus in, and they don't want to. So, and Vince knows that. So he just hot shot to everything. Like I do my WrestleMania countdown every year. I'm a crazy person. Don't mind me. I'm insane. I remember the build when Hogan was on Piper's Pit and got that trophy. Mm-hmm. And then Andre got that trophy the following week, and it was just a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
And then Hulk came out and took the glory, and Andre bounced. And then the next week, Andre came out with Bobby and shocked the world and tore the crucifix off and made Hogan bleed. And that took 2.5 months to get to the Silverdome. Mm-hmm. And the fans are just like, oh my God, 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 oh my God. And then we didn't get them again one-on-one for 11 months. We got a tag match at SummerSlam. I'm sorry, we got Survivor Series when they touched.
Yeah.
That was it. Mm-hmm. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. And yes, Elon, I actually did sign up for Peacock this morning in my insomnia of editing, and I almost went down the rabbit hole of the Saved by the Bell show, and I thought, oh, right, that sucked, so I'm not going to do that. That pilot was garbage. Anyway. All right.
So we went through the card then?
I think so. I kind of ramble on. Sorry about that.
Well, if we in fact did, then let's move on to this, because we do got the Wednesday Q&A. I did see a couple questions in there.
I did too, yeah.
One of them I especially want to touch on.
Yes.
I think you know which one I'm talking about.
I do. Yeah.
But here we go. Weird New Hampshire laws. There aren't many. That I count 10. So we're going to hit all.
White bread state.
Yeah. So here we go. In New Hampshire, you may not tap your feet, nod your head, or in any way keep time to the music in a tavern, restaurant, or cafe.
What the shit?
Why not? You can't enjoy music in New Hampshire? That's very weird.
No wonder Hunter got out of there as quick as he possibly could. Holy crap.
Also in New Hampshire, you cannot sell the clothes you are wearing to pay off a gambling debt.
Well, I would hope that's yeah. Because then you're walking out of there with your money intact, but you're naked. That's just weird.
Yeah, I mean, if you're that bad at gambling debt, maybe you should seek help before you.
And if you're that bad at gambling, contact Greg and have him poke around at his house, please. He can use the money.
Right. It is considered an offense to check into a hotel under an assumed name.
Wow. Too easy.
Also, this one's weird. It is illegal to pick seaweed up off of the beach. So you just gotta let it lay there then?
Well, I mean, can you kick it out of your way, or is it just the picking it up that's the problem?
It says pick seaweed up, so I guess if you're moving it or trying to clean it up, you can't do it. I guess you gotta let the ocean do its thing and drag it back in.
Then I don't feel
like it would go very far.
Yeah. Well, you gotta remember, New Hampshire's this big. You just go to Maine, you're good to go. So.
Yeah. Any cattle that crosses state roads must be fitted with a device to gather its feces.
I approve of that message. Absolutely.
Yeah, that one makes sense. I don't know.
Can we get that at Dylan's horseback riding lessons? That'd be super.
I just want to bring this up. You have to worry about WWE looking back on the No DQ Greg Cherry channels and tell you not to criticize them ever again. If they're just going based off of the Twitter video, that's not going to be a problem. And besides, they've had people on there criticize their stuff before. So it's not going to be, I'm not going to I think I actually spoke very highly of them on today's episode.
Here's the deal, guys. There are literally two people on the No DQ / peripheral staff that are knee deep in shit. Me and Aaron. Seriously, I mean, I'm being straight up. Everybody else is good. So.
All right. You may not run machinery on Sundays.
I'm all right with that. Sunday's supposed to be the day of rest. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that won't make sense.
I mean, if you're going to get food, you can't run the machines to if you're going to McDonald's, you can't have ice cream. You can't have ice cream anywhere anyway, so it really doesn't matter if the ice cream machine's broken. But, other food processors, that's kind of a problem.
Yeah. Now, this one is weird, although I can kind of get it. On Sundays, citizens may not relieve themselves while looking up.
Wait. There's a lot to unpack there. How do you know they're looking up if they're in their own bathroom? Like, you have a camera in their room?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that part. I'm just thinking so you can look down, chill, you're fine, but you do this. Is that too sexual or something? Looking up while you're doing that?
Well, now, granted, if you're in a public urinal and you're looking up, many problems could occur. But if you're in your own John and you're not, that ain't cool. So, anyway.
If you're in your own toilets, I'm guessing this is in public places, but again, why are you looking into what people are doing?
Yeah.
Sure, people doing this is weird, but I just want to bring something up. I apologize if this is oversharing or whatever. And maybe you've experienced this, Jeff, but
probably
when you go to a public bathroom and whenever guys are using the toilet, they just make sounds like, ugh. It's like, man, don't enjoy going to the bathroom that much. It is so weird.
No, it's bad enough that we have to be a urinal apart from each other because we can't freaking aim apparently. But yeah, I don't need to hear that you're having too much fun doing that. Just shut the fuck up, shut the hell up, and do your thing.
No, it's kind of the reason why I prefer I don't like to do anything while I'm in a bathroom. Until everybody's out there, and it's okay, I can have peace of mind. It's almost like there's some kind of pressure when other people walk in there. It's it's super uncomfortable. But.
JB3, you can pray for it. You just have to talk to the devil rather than God to pray. So that
Anyway, two left in Claremont, New Hampshire.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, this particular city.
In cemeteries, it is illegal to do the following.
Oh, God, here we go.
In cemeteries, it is illegal to get drunk, picnic, enter at night, and enter by oneself if that person is younger than 10.
Wow.
3 of those Actually, you know what?
Yeah, the whole thing.
All 4. I'm on board with all 4. I was kind of weird about picnic, but I was like, yeah, you know what? That's weird.
So basically, you cannot do anything on XMV in a cemetery in Claremont, New Hampshire. because you can't
Well,
get
none of
drunk.
you were none of you were
whatever.
younger than 10, so you're
Well,
good.
younger than 10, I'm not touching that. Yeah, but you can't get drunk.
Please don't
whatever.
touch that if it's younger than 10.
No. Move on, for the love of God, please.
Yes. Finally, in
Yes.
White Mountain National Forest in New Hampshire, if a person is caught raking the beaches, picking up litter, hauling away trash, building a bench for the park, or many other kind things without a permit, he or she may be fined $150 for maintaining the national forest without a permit. That's bullshit.
That is bullshit, because the permit costs more than that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Why you see? This is the problem. Like, why are you punishing people for doing good things?
Jesus, that's
If
bad.
they want to be the environmentalist that they want to be, and they want to clean it up, if nobody else like responsible for cleaning up wants to do it, if they want to clean it up and they're doing a good job, leave them the hell alone.
Right? That's terrible.
Or if you're gonna like charge them or something, hire them on so they can be a paid person to do it.
Don't be the problem in the country, for the love of God, people.
Think, people, think.
Well, you're asking American citizens to think in 2021, Greg. It's so.
Yeah. Wednesday Q&A.
Here we go. Showtime.
So, I do want to bring up.
Yes.
I think you saw this one.
I did.
Is it this one that you saw?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Y2 Woody, I want to address this.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, Jerry, quick question. Can you explain why many new people want to get on the trivia challenge, and you said that the tournament would be for new people, and you keep giving your best friend Travis shots? Okay. First of all, I asked multiple times on Twitter, if you are interested in participating in the Wrestling Trivia Challenge, shoot me a DM and we'll try to get you in. I didn't guarantee you would get in, but very few people responded. So you know what I had to do? I had to go out and reach out to other people. Now, if you're not aware, more than half of the people in this tournament have never been in a tournament before.
With us.
Correct. So let me just list the 17 people who have never been in a tournament before. Eliminate the triple threat. So there you go. Statboy Mike Caldwell, never been in the tournament. Michael Turner, never been in the tournament. Hunter Chambliss, never been in the tournament. Adam Blampier, never been in the tournament. Scott Gotta has appeared on the show before, but not in the tournament. Andrew Hayes, never appeared on the show before. Let me run down the list. Jordan Owens never appeared on the show before. Matthew Rosa never appeared on the show before. Ruben Garcia
earned his spot. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, he earned his spot. Colin Andrew, we tried to get him on last season. We couldn't get him on, so we put him in the tournament. Right. And Louis Dangor, never been on the show before. That is 11 out of 17 people.
Yeah.
The only people who have been in a tournament before for WTC, Jeff, David, Chris, Fame. I feel like I'm missing people.
I think you, as far as in our.
You know what? Also people who have not been in the tournament before, Paul Mead and Nico Suave Rigoli. So that's 13 out of 17 people who have never been involved with the tournament before.
And the 4 that were before, Fame was in one tournament, and
the other 3 were champion.
Right. So, yeah.
So I got 13 people who have never been in a tournament out of 17 involved in this thing.
Now, to be fair to the gentleman asking this question, if we're going to be fair, he likes to ask questions on Aaron's channel just to get Aaron's attention. So that's probably why you did it. Good on you, dude. But you know what? You look like a jackass. So there you go.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
And besides, Travis won his match.
Right.
So it's not like he doesn't deserve to be here.
No. And of the other 3, dude, it was gonna be me or Chris, and Chris handed me my ass the last couple of questions of the match. So, there you go.
All right.
I feel so much. I'm so glad you brought that up. Thank you for doing that.
I saw it. I was like, dude, you know. Because if you guys want to be involved with the trivia tournament, first of all, I wanted to bring in the most stacked field that a wrestling trivia tournament has ever had.
Which you've done.
Ever. Yes. And the fact that I've gotten guys from Wrestle Talk, which is a very well-known website, 2 of them actually involved in the tournament.
Yeah.
And I have a bunch of other guys from Combat Wrestling Trivia and from other places. It's like, listen, I feel like this is the most stacked field of any wrestling trivia tournament. I do this for you guys. If you want the opportunity, first of all, you got to prove to me that you know the stuff. I'm not going to put you on the show if you're going to put up a goose egg. Yeah. Listen, it's called Wrestling Trivia Challenge, not Wrestling Trivia. Hey, here I am.
Yeah. For the record, without going into too much personal drama, detail, or business, whatever, there's a reason it's called the Wrestling Trivia Challenge Tournament, not the NoDQ.com. Because it's not just NoDQ guys in this tournament. It's from everywhere across the wrestling internet community. Yeah. So,
and let's face it, if it was just the NoDQ people, we would know it would be between you, David, and Chris in the final.
And you, yeah. So yeah, it's yeah. By the way,
if it was just strictly the NoDQ people, like the final 4 would probably be you, David, Chris, and probably Fame. Fame still technically has an association, so it's not. Unless
it's
it was
not
like
all our best friends there, Mr. Y2 dude. Yeah. Anyway. What we got? Let's see here. Oh, here you go. Any chance Seth Rollins turns face around SummerSlam, beats Roman, then Roman takes a month or 2 off in storyline, then he wins the title back, leading him Rock or Cena at next year's Mania? You know, you're not the first person to tell me that, Mike. So it wouldn't surprise me a bit.
Yeah, I don't see a Rollins face turn anytime soon.
No,
I mean that had a possibility of happening on this past SmackDown, but he didn't do it. So
yeah,
they're going to run with this heel Rollins as long as they possibly can.
Well, but the problem with that is both he and Roman are alpha males. Like honestly, there's got to be some sort of collision there. So I don't necessarily see the face turn. I do see the SummerSlam match happening though.
Maybe they meet up with each other in like a triple threat or something. The 2 of them and a babyface.
Yeah.
Or a fatal.
Oh, not John Moxley.
You never know. Yeah, that one can't happen.
Yeah. It'd be sweet though. What else we got here? Here you go. My question is, what superstar could have been pushed during the COVID limits that wouldn't get pushed on a normal year? God, freaking everybody. Yeah, remember this is a completely different thing than we've ever experienced in our lifetimes, not just in wrestling, but in our world, period. This is the most batshit thing ever. It really is. So there's I brought this up Monday. I don't know if you watched Talk Wrestling on Monday. I'm sure you were busy, Greg, and I totally get that because you got shit to do.
Yeah.
There are way too many people on the payroll that aren't doing a damn thing. So whatever people you don't see on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, all the damn time, put those in that answer of this question. There you go. Because there's a lot of talented people, not just on the roster, but in the PC getting trained or already been trained, ready to do their thing. And they're not seeing time because there's no house shows. There's no developmental house show things. They're just kind of there. So it sucks right now. That's the problem with
it. What superstar could have been pushed during the COVID? Maybe I'm misinterpreting the question. I'm thinking it's like, hey, if COVID happened during a different time, would another superstar have gotten pushed? Am I reading too much into this?
No. What they're saying is, okay, 2020 and 2021 are nuts because everybody's locked down. They're all in that bubble, and we're seeing, just basically he's asking, okay, right now, who would get pushed right now? Who do we see that could get pushed right now that wouldn't get that monster push if it was a normal operations year and we were going, regular in the Mania, everybody's going to be there, and then we're going to go on to the next show in the next town, and we're not all stuck in Orlando.
I don't think Braun would have been Universal Champion.
Yeah, I know he wouldn't, because Roman would have been there.
He wasn't even booked for WrestleMania until Roman had to bail.
Yeah, Roman bailed because of leukemia, and dude, good on him. That's
it's understandable. But if the COVID stuff wouldn't have happened, Strowman probably would have just been thrown into the Andre Battle Royal. That's the truth of it. He wouldn't have been in a main event spot against Goldberg. He wouldn't have taken the title from him. Roman would have been Universal Champion. Now the question is, would Roman have ever gone to the Tribal Chief, or would he still be still member of the Shield? While Roman Reigns, know,
that's the thing. We always talk about this. You and I. You pull one thread, dude. Butterfly effect.
Yeah.
And if there's no COVID lockdown, do we get John versus Bray in the Firefly Funhouse, or do we get something else for both of them? Because John, I know for a fact, the whole thing on SmackDown of him not being, that was a legitimate. He was actually going to say that.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's no COVID, do we have John on the show at WrestleMania? Michael with the great answer to this question. If there's no COVID, we don't get Alexa Bliss crazy, because she can't transform. No. Hear me out. You can't have transformation Alexa Bliss in front of an audience.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking just the association with Bray. I think.
That's totally doable. But you can't have her transforming in the middle of a match. You can't do that shit. So
maybe we also would have been spared from the eye for an eye match,
which would have been. I would have been okay with that. You can't do setting Bray on fire in the middle of the Thunderdome with a live crowd there, because that's a cut shot. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, that one absolutely was not Bray.
Yeah, there's no freaking way.
Unless he is a complete lunatic and was like, okay, yeah, set me on fire. But I don't think Wyndham Rotunda is that crazy.
No, he's got.
He's probably close, but
yeah. Well, he is a second generation guy, so a third generation if you count Blackjack. So they're all crazy anyway. Them freaking Mulligans and Wyndhams. So anyway. I think that was it as far as the questions. It looked like it to me. So,
all right.
This is okay. The last time you guys saw me with one of these in my hand, it was something that the other Greg designed. Yeah. That this Greg retooled and however, this is a original Greg Cherry design right here. And I ordered two of these. I ordered one for me and one for my dad. My dad's is lost in cyberspace somewhere, because that's how the mail works. But in addition to the blue, we now have the black Jeff Number Flow shirt. There you go, baby. That'll be on Wrestling Rewind tomorrow. Because I have a Natty shirt. I could wear my Natalia shirt, I guess. But anyway.
There you go. All right. That is it for the Greg Cherry Show today. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us and providing us some interesting insights. Yes. I have something to record to potentially move my trivia status even further up. So thank you guys for joining us. We will see you again next week. We will see you again tomorrow for the Wrestling Trivia Challenge. We'll see you tomorrow for Rewind as well with Brett versus Owen. I'm looking forward to watching that match again. I watched it a few months ago.
Oh, man.
Just because it's such a great match. But
so good.
Now getting to add some commentary to it. And there was something on this last time I watched it that I had never really noticed.
Oh, okay.
Until the most recent watch. I was like, wow, that's like so subtle, but it works so well. I'll explain that tomorrow on Rewind. But that's tomorrow for Rewind. Of course, Matthew Rosa and Ruben Garcia in one of the best trivia matches you'll see this side of any other wrestling trivia thing.
Right.
And of course, the post show, we will go into everything that happens. Jeff has not seen this match. Obviously, I have because I hosted it. But I will explain all of the ridiculous edits that I had to do to make this episode presentable.
Yes.
You will be surprised. I will say this. If I didn't tell you that this match was heavily edited, you might not know.
Nice. Proud of you, brother. Good for you, man.
I was very impressed, and we'll go into that on the post show tomorrow. But for Jeff Meacham, I am, of course, Greg Cherry, and we will see you right here next week on the Greg Cherry Show.